Hello everyone, and welcome to another Star Rail lore video. Today, I'll be going over the lore of the Sigonia, the Unclaimed Desolation Planar Ornament set. This lore tells us about the history of Sigonia-IV, Aventurine's homeworld, and its history of prejudice and bloodshed. Also, this video does contain spoilers for the quests listed on screen now, so if you haven't done those, you have been warned. Anyways, let's move right on and get into the video. Sigonia-IV is a remote desert planet located in an unclaimed zone between the Dionys, Prothean, and Dorneus star clusters. The surface of the planet is extremely harsh, having low levels of precipitation and scarce amounts of fauna or flora. The planet is also constantly at risk of being hit by solar storms and small-scale celestial objects from the nearby star clusters. Due to the planet's harsh conditions, only a few intelligent races call this place home. These people are collectively referred to as Cenogians by the Intelligentsia Guild, and they are known to share a common language. Despite this, the Sigonians are fragmented into various clans, with most of them adopting nomadic lifestyles. They have also developed their own folk beliefs independent of the Eons, including worship of the goddess Gaiathra. Now, out of all the clans on the planet, we only know about two named ones. The first of these clans is the Katica-Avgin clan. Katica means shell slasher in the Sigonian language, and they are known to be the most ferocious of the planet's clans. The other clan we know of is the Avgin clan, with Avgin meaning honey in the Sigonian language. The Avgins are blessed with attractive facial features, beautiful eyes, and an innate wealth of emotional intelligence. However, these traits inspire jealousy among the other clans, causing the Avgins to face slander and baseless defamation. Despite these setbacks, the Avgins still led positive lives. They had an appreciation for various art pieces and relics, including intricately patterned fabrics and jewelry crafted from precious gemstones. It is said that out of all the gemstones in the world, they were most fond of turquoise meteorites. They also worshipped the mother goddess Gaiathra, also known as the Gaiathra Triclops or Fenge Bios. She is often depicted as a left palm adorned with three eyes, hence her title of Triclops. The Avgins express their reverence for their goddess through spoken prayers alone. They believe she is as silent and unassuming as the mountains of Sigonia, and that crafting statues or composing hymns for her would only distance them from their mother goddess. In her honor, they also hold a festival known as Kakava, which celebrates the yearly rebirth of the Gaiathra Triclops. The Avgins believe that all that exists on the land is a part of Gaiathra's divine body. Once a year, this body perishes and ascends into the night sky as a beautiful aurora, before Gaiathra is reborn the very next day. As part of the Kakava celebrations, the Avgins weave sacrificial vessels known as knots of cyclicality, which are then tossed into bonfires. During one of these festivals, a certain boy would be born. On that day, the rains would come down onto the Avgins, which his mother saw as a blessing from the mother goddess Gaiathra. As such, the boy would be named Kakavasha, meaning child blessed by Gaiathra. Of course, Kakavasha would one day go on to become Aventurine of the 10 Stonehearts. Eventually, the Interastral Peace Corporation would arrive on Sigonia-IV. They planned to bring the desolate planet into the corporation, while also hoping to bring the Sigonians together. Sigonia-IV had actually been under the watch of the IPC for quite a while, but no one had been able to solve the problems the people faced. That is, until the IPC gained a new head of their marketing development department, a man known as Oswaldo Schneider. He is an exceptional member of the IPC, quickly solving multiple issues that his department had struggled with for multiple Amber eras, and Sigonia was one of the problems that he solved. Of course, if you're a Boot Hill fan, you wouldn't see Oswaldo as exceptional at all. You see, Oswaldo was responsible for the bombardment of Boot Hill's home planet, Aragana Farshal, which had caused Boot Hill to lose his family, including his young daughter. Boot Hill now seeks vengeance against Oswaldo, which I'll touch on more later. Getting back to Sigonia-IV, Oswaldo would help bring the Sigonians together. They would establish the Sigonian sovereignty in accordance with the Interstellar Peace Charter, allowing them to secure a legislative seat at the Interstellar Congress. However, not all clans were a part of this sovereignty. Due to prejudices against them, both the Katica-Avgins and the Avgins would be excluded from this new government, and they were subsequently banished to the desert. As a token of apology, the sovereignty went out of their way to declare that the Avgins shall forever retain their right to autonomy. Basically, this meant that if any future conflicts broke out between the two banished clans, the sovereignty didn't have to do anything to help. Of course, conflicts did end up occurring between the Avgins and the Katica-Avgins. While the Avgins wanted to continue their peaceful lives, the Katica-Avgins were the most violent of the planet's clans. The Katica-Avgins therefore began to plan a mass genocide against the Avgins, which the Avgins soon found out about. Upon learning about these plans, they requested help from the IPC's Marketing Development Department, who agreed to help when the time came. On the day of the Kakava Festival, the Katica-Avgins would launch their massive attack against the Avgins, who stood no chance against their brutal nature. Despite their promise, the Marketing Development Department failed to participate and protect the Avgin clan. According to an IPC broadcast, this attack resulted in 6,728 deaths and 3,452 missing, essentially marking the end of the Avgin clan. In the present day, it is believed that Aventurine is the sole Avgin survivor of this attack. He would eventually go on to become one of the 10 Stonehearts, joining the IPC's Strategic Investment Department. According to his character stories, he has messed with the Marketing Development Department in the past, and it wouldn't be crazy to say that he likely holds a grudge against Oswaldo as well. In fact, this would be pretty much confirmed later on during the Trailblaze mission Farewell Penacony. In this quest, we bump into Aventurine and Boothill, and learn that they have started working together. According to their dialogue, they both want to track down Oswaldo, which means we could see this collaboration as a storyline in the future. Now then, it's time to talk about Sigonia-IV as a potential destination for our journey on the Astral Express. Sigonia-IV may be a harsh desert planet, but there is still plenty of potential for us to travel here in the future. Even though the Avgins are gone, many other people still live on the planet, including the Katica-Avgins and the Sigonian sovereignty. Speaking of the Katica-Avgins, they could be some of the enemies that we fight on this planet. As I've said throughout this video, they are said to be the most ferocious of the Sigonian clans, so I could easily see us fighting them. They could definitely be a new humanoid faction for us to fight against on Sigonia-IV. As for the story on this planet, I think we could see the return of Aventurine here, as it is his home world after all. In fact, I have 2 plot ideas revolving around him. The first of these plots involves him facing his past directly on his homeworld. He could return around the time of his birthday, which would be during the Kakava Festival when the auroras shine in the sky. As for why he would return at this time, he may be hoping to reunite with his older sister. She did say, as for us, we will reunite in Kakava's next aurora to Kakavasha before they went their separate ways. We don't know if she's still alive because of the Katica-Avgin's genocide, but the potential is still there. After all, a good amount of the Avgins were missing, not killed, so there is still some hope. Now, the second plot I had involves both Aventurine and Boothill getting their revenge against Oswaldo Schneider. As I said earlier, both of them harbor resentment towards Oswaldo and want to take vengeance against him. I think Sigonia-IV would be one of the perfect places for both of them to get their revenge. With Aventurine's focus on strategy, they could come up with a plan that would benefit both of them. Aventurine would be able to get his vengeance against Oswaldo for the death of his people, and Boothill would finally be able to avenge the deaths of his family and everyone else on his homeworld. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the lore of Sigonia-IV and its people. The story of the Avgins is definitely a tragic one, and I really hope we will get to see Aventurine and Boothill finally get their revenge. If you want more lore about Star Rail though, I recommend my videos on the 10 Stonehearts, Thalassa, Glamoth, and Izumo. With that said, I would love to hear what other bits of lore you'd like me to cover in the comments below as well. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Sources and further readings are also in the description if you want to check them out. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you all in the next video.